is Darren Williams, and I own the Cottonwood Cabins in Homer, Alaska. And we're here visiting the A-frame cabin on the property. It sits in the middle of the perennial garden. We run a commercial greenhouse wholesale operation, and we take flowers and sell them all over the peninsula. The materials we use for the A-frame cabin was basically, it's a 2x4 frame, and those were purchased at the lumber store. And then also the skin is metal, and we recycled that from a roof that we replaced at a building in town. And so the whole skin is recycled. Everything else is pretty much was bought at the hardware store. Basically, it's a 12x12 cabin with a 4-foot porch on it. And we originally built this for a guy that was living on our property that was helping us with the nursery and the treehouse cabin. It was just basically a glorified tent. We just kind of insulated it and sheeted the inside as we went, and then when he left the property we turned it into another cabin, so for nightly rentals. It has power and heating, so we actually have had people stay in the winter in here, but it does not have running water. We have just a sink, and we haul water to it, and then we have a bathroom that's a short walk to a full bath with hot and cold running water. You know, the rain would hit the front when it rained, so we built this porch on. This was kind of an afterthought a year after we built it. I just thought it'd be nice to have an area to transition from the yard to going inside. People can kick off their shoes, and then it's a little sitting area as well. It's always nice to have a porch or like an entry. You know, a dry entry is always nice, especially in Alaska when there's so much weather, you know. Okay, so as you can see, this is the inside of the A-frame cabin, and so it's pretty much no nonsense, just like a double bed and a little kitchenette. We do have a stove and a refrigerator, a propane stove, and then we have other appliances. We have a microwave and a toaster oven, and then we just heat it with electricity. So that's basically, it's very functional. We've had a lot of people stay here. It's one of our most popular cabins because of the price, and people just love it here, being in the garden, and it's just real cozy. I did build a loft up there, and we're using it for storage. People can store stuff up there, but I was gonna have it where people could sleep up there, but it was too tight, and that's one of those hindsight things that I probably would have built the thing up another, you know, maybe another 2 feet or another foot, and then it would have given us more ceiling space for a loft. So another one of those hindsight 2020 things. Well, it's 12x12, so it's 144 square feet. And you can see the walls. We built up, it was a 2-foot pony wall, so it gains you a little bit more room. But actually, if I was to build it again, I would probably build it up on a 4-foot pony wall. 12x12 is really small. If you could get away with a 16x16, that would be, you would have a lot more room. 16x16 would probably be more ideal. So basically, the idea of an A-frame is it's very simple to build. We built it a truss system. We just stood each truss up. The great thing about an A-frame, it's a very solid structure, you know, and it sheds the rain. Obviously, it sheds the rain really well, and so it's very simple to build, very cost effective, and it's a very strong. It can withstand snow loads, and so that's kind of the advantages of an A-frame. Just a really simple, probably one of the most simple cabins you could build. I think originally we probably had, gosh, it couldn't have been more than $1,000 when we first started it. Now, when you have to buy insulation and then sheeting on the inside, so you know, maybe a couple $1,000s total to get it to where it's at now, as far as the basic structure. The door was used, and I got a used window, a used door, so you can pick up things at garage sales or whatever, and that's kind of what I do, and that saves a lot of money because you know, a good door is a couple $100, a good window's $100, so save money here and there and recycle things. There's about 13 of them. Some of them might be sitting. Here they come. Here they come. That's most of them. There's a couple that might be gone because they're probably laying eggs. Okay, well, welcome to our greenhouse cottage. This is a cottage built inside of our big greenhouse, and this is a government greenhouse that we we're able to get, and we have it filled with fruit trees and different ornamentals. We just thought, shoot, well, we got 3 other cabins, we might as well build one more and just expand our income for the summer. And so we built it's a cottage in a greenhouse, a super basic structure, just basically a box. It's I think it's like about 11 by 18, so it's a small cabin, but just built out just of timber frame. And this one has maybe 1 recycled window, but most of this was just purchased at our local lumber shop. Yeah, so this is our garden cottage. Again, we open this year round. It has a shared bathroom with the A-frame cabin, short walk to a full bath, and this is the greenhouse cottage. Okay, so what happened was when we first built this about 4 years ago, they were not designed with the grant. You had to order from the East Coast, but they were not designed for storms and the winter time. So what happened was we had a really bad storm come through here, and it actually blew the whole greenhouse up and folded it in half, and we had to rebuild it. And so these big timbers here I got these from a garage sale, and we put these big timbers to anchor into the ground and then also to support a snow load. So sometimes if we get a couple feet of snow, that's what this support the frame of the greenhouse. So this is the inside of the greenhouse cottage. My wife Lorraine designed all the colors and the interior here, and basically just has like a pine tongue and groove ceiling, and you can see a small kind of no frills but comfortable. We can sleep. We have a queen size bed, and then we have the click clack futon, and just real basic. We have a little kitchenette with just your basic things to cook food, and a sink where we haul the water into. And so this is just a real basic cabin. And again, this is probably even more popular than the A-frame, one of our less expensive cabins, and we just have people come from all over the world to stay here. Okay, so you can find us on homercottonwoodcabins.com. We're on Facebook on Cottonwood Cabins, and we're on Airbnb, VRBO, and TripAdvisor, so you can find us. And also you can look up Treehouse and Homer is the best way to find us if you're just looking on a search engine, because we're one of the only tree houses in Homer. So hope to host you and come to visit us here in Homer, Alaska.